What's going on, YouTube? Gilly here. Wanting to talk about John Wick. Parabellum. So I just came from watching John Wick 3. I gotta admit, it was an awesome movie. It was entertaining, a lot of gunplay, a lot of action, cool, CQC, close quarters combat. It had a lot. Now, I know it got a 90% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Come on, man, 90% fresh? I mean, I know it's John Wick, but it ain't 90% fresh. I gotta be honest. I'll give it 60% fresh. Plot-wise, I had some issues with something plot-wise. I'm gonna throw some spoilers here. If you guys have already seen the movie, you know, feel free to listen in. If you don't want no spoilers, then definitely, you know, this is where you probably don't want to hear anymore. But I just feel like his whole journey in part 3 is a big runaround. It's like he wants to live, yet in his desire to live and his using these coins and these second chance tickets, you know, for people to help him and this and that because they owe him and yada yada yada. It's like, man, people just get killed for this guy. You know, like all this for a dog, you know, and a car. I get it. Part 1, you know, there's some emotional attachment going on. We don't know too much of John Wick. We know he's an assassin coming out of retirement, you know, and there's more personal involvement. There's more, you know, at stake. And in part 2, you know, how that ends with him killing, you know, killing his target in sorry, just trying to turn lanes here live. Okay, you know, committing that crime, you know, in the Continental, everyone's supposed to be safe, but you know, it was built up. It was like, yeah, he deserved it, and it was great. And he broke the rules. I get it. In part 3, it's this runaround for him to figure out, you know, I don't know, his path. Like he just realized he wants to live, you know, still because he wants to just honor his memory, but in breaking the rules and being, you know, excommunicado and you know, everyone out to get him, you know, like, you know, it's like, how do you get out from that? It's just like really, it's just like, how do you get away from that? So, you know, he's again, everyone and their mothers that owe him something are helping him out, and they're putting their self at stake. You know, I mean, you know, Lawrence Fishburne is badass. I thought he died, and I'm like, man, if he would have been killed, I'm like, really? All this for freaking John Wick? And it's like, why you, like, what the hell makes him so damn special? Like, everyone's willing to die for this guy, and again, he owes them, and he helped people out. I get all that, but in the context of part 3 of that movie, of just the movie Parabellum in itself, it's like, there's a lot of decisions that he's indecisive as everything. He wants people to help him, but then when it, you know, he goes through this crazy, you know, ordeal to get to the high table, and he comes across, you know, this Arab prince or something of the high table in the desert, and they're like, well, you know, you got 2 choices: we kill you right now, or you work for us and you get your stance back, you know, you work your way back. And it's like, man, this dude did everything. He's ruining, you know, the order, and you guys have this hit on him, and people will die for helping him and all this stuff. It's just like, you're just gonna let him walk scot-free, but he has to kill Warren, the dude from Deadwood, because he's the head of the New York chapter or whatever, and they got issues, so you got to kill Warren, and he's gonna do it. He's like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. You know, he does his ritual, chops his finger off, and it's like, I'm gonna kill Warren. I'm back to serve. I'm back to serve, you know, at your service. You know, okay, great. So Warren's in trouble, so he makes his way to Warren. There's a bunch of craziness. Assassins, of course, trying to kill him. Then there's one where he's about to die, or he's exposed, one of the assassins hunting him down, who is not even all that. It's just some dude in a ramen shop who's apparently a badass, and he's gotta kill John Wick, and it's just whatever. Again, the villain there's no emotional attachment there. There's nothing like you feel John Wick's ever in trouble. It's just, again. So there's a moment where John Wick gets like at the staircase of the Continental in New York, and he puts his like fingertips right on the step, and the black dude, I can't remember his name, he's a really cool actor. He does the voice of one of the video game characters in Destiny. He's really cool guy. He's like, don't kill him, he's good, you know, if you kill him now you're excommunicado. Okay, great. Dude comes in, it's so random. Like, if anything, the John Wick 3 Parabellum movie is literally random. It's just like things come up, it's just like, okay, that's just random. And a lot of the action scenes are cool, don't get me wrong, but they're random. But anyway, so there's just a lot of moments, you know, where it's just like, what, you know. So he goes back, gets face to face with Warren. Warren, of course, pieces it together, like, you're here to kill me. And he's like, well, yeah, but, you know, and then somewhere Warren's like, well, you don't seem like you want to do it. And of course, because John Wick is so indecisive, but he has these get out of jail free coins. Anywhere he wants to use them, those he's decisive. When it comes to, like, you got to kill this dude because you made an oath, like, this is your honor. You take your honor, your word seriously, right? Everything is word, everything is bond. You got to kill Warren, like, you got to. Because if you don't kill Warren, what's going to happen? You can't get out from this system. It's the high table. It's like trying to not pay your taxes and think you can get away with it. Like, the government will always find you. They'll always get you. This system set will not, you know, it won't deconstruct. Like, it's set in stone. When you kill the highest of the high table, they'll have someone to take over his place. It's like you kill an evil dictator, guess what? His brother takes over. It's just like, you're never going to get out of the system. So it's like, kill Warren, honor your bond, because that's what you got to do, right? But apparently Warren is also at war with the high table. He has powerful people, and of course, right? So again, now John Wick has his motive to not kill him, so he's gonna fight with him. They're gonna, you know, a standoff, and it's not like the high table can't nuke the hotel and just rebuild it with the people you want, or, you know, ruling it the way you want it to be ruled, right? So it's like it's deconsecrated, meaning now you can kill in the hotel or whatever. So he's with a lot of guns and killing people, what have you. Okay, great. He kills that assassin they set to get him. Boom, he's done. So there's an adjudicator lady here. She looks like she looks like a fierce chick. She's short hair, one earring, and she's, you know, enforcing all these rules. She calls a parlay because obviously Warren and John Wick are badass. So she's like, listen, we know your power, we recognize it. What do you want? You know, like, what are you gonna do? Yada yada. So basically, they give him an ultimatum. They offer Warren to be reinstated, all his power back. He's not on the hit list or whatever, because he displayed his power. But of course, John Wick, you know, you gotta do something about John Wick. So this is the part I like. This is the part for me justified the whole movie, but you could have got there a different way. He literally says, okay, you want John Wick? Here. John Wick's right there. He makes it to the parlay. Pow, 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 pow. He eliminates, you think John Wick, shoots him over he falls over the building. It was cool. It was a good heel moment. It's like, yeah, you know what? You can't. This is why you don't trust anybody. This is why you honor something, you do it. You should have stayed true to the high table. Warren stayed true to the high table. He sacrificed John Wick. Now we get a cool reveal. Lawrence Fishburne never died. Now I'm like, okay, I'm loving how they did that. Boom, loved it. But for me, the justification doesn't. It's just like, I would have liked better if John Wick, when he was, you know, in the desert, meeting one of the I guess the dude of the high table, this Arab prince of the high table, if right then and there, like, they weren't gonna give him an ultimatum. They're like, you know what? You're gonna die. Like, you're gonna die right now. And they're about to execute him. And he's like, you think he's gonna take his fate? And he breaks out of it. And he maybe killed that dude or whatever. And he breaks out. You're just like, holy cow. Okay, he's really going at the high table. So now he has to unite with Warren. And then that double cross will be so, I don't know. I feel like it would have more impact. You know, like, basically, John Wick wants to see Sophia's boss, who plays Halle Berry, because he wants guidance, he wants this, he doesn't know anything. Okay, yeah, right. And she gets pulled into this whole war thing, poor thing. It's just like, you know, there's going to be marks on her and her two dogs. And it's just like, you go through all this, you're essentially setting, you're starting war with the High Council. So when that High Council Arab priest dude in the desert finally, makes himself known to John Wick, I would have loved it better if he didn't give him a way out. Like, yeah, you know what? Just kill for us and you're all clean slate. Kill Warren and clean slate. Yeah, you got to kill your best friend or Warren, a guy you trust. Nah, man, it would have been better if, as a high order, whatever, they know John Wick's valuable, they all this, but they know he was out of retirement for 5 years, so he did break the rules. If you made an example right then and there, but John Wick did not want to receive his fate, that for me would have been better than how they played it out. So for that, I don't give it a 90%. I give it a 60% fresh. I'm not giving it a 90% fresh rotten not 90% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. But again, it could have been so much better if they set it up that way. I love how they ended it. I love how they leave it open for the true war now to start, because part 3 wasn't war, it's just a runaround. But again, it could have been better. Cool action scenes. There's a part where they're in Morocco and he's killing so many of these Moroccans or Arabs or whatever. It's like, don't they have AK-47s? It's like they all have handguns. You can't win against John Gunn in a handgun fight. At least if you had some AK-47s, I would feel like, man, maybe he might get shot again or something. But it's just, again, it's little nitpicking here and there. The plot definitely could have been a little bit stronger in certain aspects. Overall, I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the 4th one. Any of you guys saw it? What do you think? What are your thoughts on John Wick 3? And let me know in the comments. Anyway, guys, later.